Stadium in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the first play of the game. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
57, Mike 57. Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Burrow will throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Cincinnati.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
tackle made.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On second down, here's Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Burrow on third down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Joe Mixon.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And how about those instincts there, spinning out of the tackle, turning that into a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
At the 39.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
To Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
His kick is
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Ravens 3.
From the 39, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Ravens 10, Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
7-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jurrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Bengals first down.
Now Burrow on first down. And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
On second down, Burrow into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
By Trey Waynes.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
The Bengals' 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Cincinnati.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. He gets away from one, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's at 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 48 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll find Hall. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
To number 82.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Cincinnati.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
To
C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
The score, Ravens 20, Bengals 14.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Let's see what you got. 57. Mike, 57.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Carrier. He was brought
on a 2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, look at the juke. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
15-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Ravens 30, Bengals 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Burrow. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hall. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Again, it's Burrow. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 92 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. KJ Hamler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
37.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down to Anigos Jackson.